gamers and otherwise, I am the Green Scorpion and this is my first ever video game countdown. This is something I've wanted to do for a while now and I'm happy to finally have my first video to start it all. For my first video, I'll be talking about the top 10 greatest heroes from video games. It's not a mystery. Video games are abundant with great heroes, those great individuals that others respect and aspire to be like. And these 10 heroes, in my opinion, are the best of the best. Now a couple rules here. Only games I've played, and only one per franchise. Also, I'm not including any Marvel or DC comic heroes. Those guys are givens. Now that that's out of the way, let's begin. Adrian Fahrenheit's Tepes, also known as Alucard, is a good example of making the best out of a bad situation. He's part vampire and his father, Dracula, is determined to plunge the world into darkness. Despite this, he raises his sword to his father and vows to stop him at all costs.
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again!
What makes Alucard a great hero is that he refuses to join the dark side even though it's logical for him to do so. I mean, it was humans that killed his mother, right? And even though Dracula continues to rise after being beaten, Alucard swears on his mother's grave to take him down no matter how many times it takes. That is true determination from a true hero.
I will not lose. Not until I keep the promise I made Mother.
Final Fantasy has a lot of heroes, and it was a bit of a challenge to pick just one. Ultimately though, I went with Locke from Final Fantasy VI. This guy has had it rough. With his town ravaged and the love of his life killed by the Empire, he puts his skills as a thief, treasure hunter, to good use on the quest of taking down Kefka and saving the world. While he does become a stalwart hero from the ground up, he's lower on the list mainly because he receives help from a lot of other characters, and you have to save this guy's butt from one of the most annoying dungeons in the game. Still, his devotion to thwarting evil and protecting those he cares about is more than enough to put him as my number 9. What's not to love about Dante? The guy is a demon hunter who is a fanatic for pizza, and he can kick the crap out of just about anyone and do it with style. I mean, just look at this scene here. That is just freaking epic! He may be a bit impulsive, but that's what makes him an interesting character, especially since his moral standards and level of respect are surprisingly high for someone of his caliber. What else can you say? This guy definitely gives heroes a good name.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
Okay, we can't have a top 10 heroes list without having a ninja in the mix. Case in point, Ryu Hayabusa. Probably one of the most famous ninjas in the gaming industry, Ryu set the standard for adrenaline-pumping side-scrolling action back in the 80s. While Ryu's personality is a tad cliché, he makes up for it greatly with his level of skill. Come on. You can't tell me that that isn't epic. Also, Ryu is extremely relentless. He will stop at nothing to save the world and his girl. Not demons, not thugs, not other ninjas, not even... birds? Okay, moving on. I have to be honest, Master Chief isn't one of my favorite characters, but that doesn't stop me from thinking that he is an awesome hero. I mean, he managed to save several galaxies from total annihilation and then some. Also, if you set aside the monotone voice and the fact that you never see this guy's face, Master Chief has an honorable personality. He's a man of his word, he follows orders like a good soldier should, and he truly cares for the ones he's protecting. And the final nail on the coffin is the fact that this guy is practically a ballistics legend. More than worthy of the number 6 spot.
Not even the flood can stop it.
From a chivalrous soldier to a fearless bounty hunter, Samus Aran proves that you don't have to be a guy to be an awesome hero. Or heroine in this case. Equipped with a high-tech power suit and acrobatic prowess that can only be learned from extraterrestrials, Samus took the world by storm with stylish violence, epic if at times scary adventures, and the introduction of the first-person adventure. Even as a bounty hunter, she qualifies as a hero for saving several worlds and eliminating threats that could easily destroy them. She also gains points for backstory. She was raised by the Chozo after her parents were killed and later joined the Galactic Federation, not long before leaving it to become a freelance bounty hunter. For further information, please consult Metroid Other M. Alright, anyone who thinks that Mario doesn't count as a hero should listen to the following. Mario traversed the entire Mushroom Kingdom to save Princess Peach from Bowser. No? Okay. This guy fought through the worlds inside the paintings of Peach's castle, which included mountains, volcanoes, lakes, deserts, and even the sky to save Princess Peach. No? Okay. This guy relentlessly traveled all over the galaxy to several different planets to fight off dozens of menacing creatures to defeat Bowser and save not only Peach, but also the entire galaxy. He's a hero. Nothing else needs to be said. When it comes to heroes, Ike has it all. He's a very skilled swordsman, is very respected and values his comrades highly, and is a natural-born leader. Even with all that working for him, Ike never lets it get to his head. He focuses on what he has to do, and always puts personal issues aside to do what he needs to, even if it is against his desires. Not to mention, Ike's trump card is the fact that he slayed a goddess! The only reason that he isn't higher is because he had the help of an entire army, whereas the next two managed to do it on their own. Sort of.
We are all family. We will try to understand one another, even when we disagree.
There was absolutely no way I was going to deny Snake a spot on this list. And why would I? He's determined, courageous, very skilled, intelligent, and above all, he cares. Solid Snake, despite being a clone, cares highly for the world that he lives in and the people in it. He even goes as far as committing suicide when he hears that his existence could threaten all of humanity. Well, almost anyway. Also, I love how wise Snake is. I've actually learned a couple very important life lessons from hearing Snake talk about life, the world, and his own experiences.
It won't make any difference. I'm not an ordinary man to begin with.
Again, I said he does it on his own, but mostly. He does receive external help, whereas number 1 did it all on his own, and then some. Still, I salute Solid Snake with the greatest respect for showing gamers what a real man should be like.
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you.
Alright, I'm sure you guys are itching to figure out who number 1 is, but before we do that, let's recap. Number 10, Alucard. Number 9, Locke Cole. Number 8, Dante. Number 7, Ryu Hayabusa. Number 6, Master Chief. Number 5, Samus Aran. Number 4, Mario. Number 3, Ike. And number 2, Solid Snake. Okay, I'm pretty sure this isn't much of a mystery anymore. My number 1 is Link from The Legend of Zelda. How could I put Link as anything less? He is by far the greatest hero in gaming history. Let's break it down, shall we? Link is incredibly skilled due to being able to pick up any weapon and use it expertly. He is courageous and unfaltering despite everything he has to go through. He has taken many different forms, and even though he doesn't talk, you can still learn quite a bit about his personality from his backstory and facial expressions. Also, Link's been through it all. He's traveled over mountains, underwater, through the desert, and even through different times and different dimensions. Also, Link is probably one of the most selfless characters in gaming history. Along with saving all of Hyrule, he finds the time to help the common man on the side. From relationships, to fetch quests, to performing, to even something as simple as delivering milk. Not to mention, Link demonstrates his ability as a hero not only through his life, but also through his legacy. As time goes by, the Triforce of Courage is passed down from generation to generation, awakening the hero of time to step forth and face the forces of darkness. And that's exactly what he is, the hero of time. He's incredibly skilled, he's courageous, he's determined, he thinks of others before himself, and he never lets it get to his head and is always happy to step forth when duty calls. I am the Green Scorpion, and I think that Link is the greatest hero in video game history. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this list.